Boys, we're eating bad tonight. Let me get another tarot card. I want synergies. You're gonna die? I'm not gonna die. You know what I was thinking about the other day? And it was literally the otherest day, yesterday. Boomers are always saying stuff, myself included, like, oh, kids these days, they're complaining about, like, such useless stuff, such mundane stuff. Oh, father, I don't have Wi-Fi access. Father, my Wi-Fi. But, like, they'll say things like, oh, you would never have survived in, like, the 60s. You'd never survive in, like, the U.S. Civil War or something like that. Like, what are you talking about? You think those idiots were any smarter than we are now? They were probably also just complaining about stuff that was relatively, you know, mundane within their own relative time scale. They were, guys, we got the wrong type of hardtack today. Guys, I really prefer the Pennsylvanian hardtack over the Idahoan hardtack. They're like, you'd never survive in the medieval era. Touch of tuna. Or a little necromantic hammer. I mean, that's a lot of damage, man. Let me get the necromantic hammer. Like, we've always been kind of, like, stupid and we're obsessed with our own, like, petty complaints, right? I don't see why it'd be, like, in the... Like, yeah, in the Civil War, if you brought someone from the 1860s to 2020, they probably wouldn't be like, oh no, my Wi-Fi. But if you brought somebody from, like, the 1860s back to, like, the year 1000, you could say the same thing. They'd probably be like, oh, I miss my tunic. I miss my tunic. It's all fucked up. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't leave. This thing has a real wind-up associated with it. Don't leave. Oh no, my Wi-Fi. Well, the genesis for this is that, like, on the cruise, this is a long time ago, we're still farming content off of it. There were a lot of parents saying stuff like that, like, oh, you know, like, because they were talking to other people who were in, like, their 50s and 60s. They're like, my kids keep complaining that they got no Wi-Fi. And I'm like, they say things like, when I was a kid, we didn't have Wi-Fi. Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean, like, people aren't used to Wi-Fi now. It's like a ridiculous statement. Why should the kid that you had in the year 2009 be expected to live to the standards that you did in 1968? Doesn't make any damn sense. Bro, I bought a fish and it's complaining it's too dry in the desert, but I'm a desert fox. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. Sorry. I think you'll have more context when your daughter's a teen. I'm sure she's gonna complain about this stuff. I'd just like to think that, like, I'm not gonna be the guy who's like, your complaints are meaningless because life was harder when I was a kid. In fact, if anything, I don't know, life might have been easier when I was a kid than it will be when she's my age. So maybe I'd be like, instead I'm just gonna make her feel bad. I'll be like, you know, back in my day, when we ate takeout, we just threw all the containers in the damn garbage can. We didn't go, hey, I don't feel like doing dishes tonight. Let's buy some takeout. And then when you finish the takeout, you got to do the damn dishes because you got a recyclable container. Oh, is it compostable? Is it recyclable? It's plastic product 4. Can we do plastic product 4 recycling here? Hold on, I got to wash out my compostable container in the sink. And then put it in you put it in the plastic recycling, even though it's bioplastic. That's got to go in the compost. I'm like, we should have just cooked, man. Death Squall 9? Okay, that seems like what I want. And don't even get me started on the gas prices, man. Yeah, back in my day, we didn't get a missive from the future that was like, hey, we've run out of people in the future. We need to use a time machine to take people from the past into the future so that they can continue to provide us with grist for the mill in fighting the alien invasion. But would they have to put your wrist in something and figure out if you're going to die anyway by the time the alien invasion would have happened because they only want to draft people ethically, people who wouldn't have lived to the alien invasion in the first place? I don't know. It's a little confusing. We need more wood. Is this a reference to the movie The Tomorrow War? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Not a good movie. You don't need to watch it.